it was quite a play, and that play won them this series.
So tough loss for Team Snot Rocket as they lose their second game, but I think they played miles better.
Yeah, you see some definite improvement over that first series.
Yep.
I think there's a great deal to like about that team.
Yeah, various artists played great. Big bounce back. Turbio showing signs that he's getting back to where he usually needs to be. He'll be back. They get time. And they just all these teams are going to benefit from just more games and building chemistry. I thought you can walk out of that series loss with a lot to be proud of. I would say.
I'm really given how hard fought these series have been so far. I'm not even sure how much seeding is going to help. I think after we seed, I think even in the brackets, there's going to be a lot of underdog victories.
Yeah. It's not going to be 1 beats 8 and 2 beats 7 and 3 beats 6 and so forth. There's definitely going to be some
this is
upsets.
not.
There's no one great team.
Nope.
We haven't seen it yet. I mean, if we see one series of the Dunkaroos looking awesome. So if that's the case, like let's say just for the sake of argument that they keep that going, and they look the best. After that, nobody, really,
Now it's important to note that I don't believe we've seen the Hakeem Olajuwons
at all. We know
so for all we know, they could be the dominant.
Yeah,
team.
we know.
I mean, to be fair, they've got Chandler. Chandler's solid. They've got Gray Fox.
Chandler Gray Fox played a lot together. We know that as well. Mr. Science, I know, has played with them, so they have some team chemistry, more so than maybe any other team.
Yeah, I think we could be surprised by the effectiveness. I mean, keep in mind, Chandler won the finals of the twos tournament earlier this year.
He did.
So he's got experience in winning these tournaments.
Chandler plays like a tournament style game, if that makes any sense too. He's like grimy. Yeah. He plays aggressive. He'll blow you up, but he plays teams.
Oh, yeah.
He's frustrating to play against.
Absolutely. So I think it's possible we could see quite a team in the Hakeem Olajuwons. But now that we've seen all the others, I think there's an amazing amount of parity.
Yeah, I don't think you can even argue that.
Astounding amount of parity.
5 games, man. Again, you can kind of just feel it happening. Even when Game 4 ended, and it felt like, even when Game 3 ended, and you kind of had the sense that Snot Rockets, they were there, but they weren't quite there. Just the spirit of the tournament, man. We would not be denied a Game 5.
Yeah.
And so we didn't get overtime?
6 matches?
Yeah, we're 6
5
through.
To Game 5?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, not 5.
4. 4 or 6, I believe. Is it 4 or 3?
I think it's 3.
Well,
I went to Game 5. This was a Game 5.
The Little Pink Superbuds have been to Game 5 twice.
Right.
Is this the 4th or the 5th?
Oh, then it's the 4th. If you've been twice, but not with us.
Yeah, 2 times outside of you.
With Overtime Golden Showers. Overtime Golden Showers has now been twice.
Oh, yeah. These teams have been tested, for sure.
And Ariel's been once, so...
As have Opulent Nard. Their only game that they played was a 5-game set with us.
So 6 of the 8 teams have been to a Game 5.
Which is great, honestly, because what more do you want in this early stages than experience?
That's awesome. That's such parity.
It's parity. It's great for the people watching, which is awesome still. Thank you for watching, everybody. It's cool that people are watching this. Again, I really can't... I know it's silly, but it means the world to me. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So it's great for the people watching. It's great for the people playing. And it's great for the teams. Just experience. More games are only going to help. This is awesome. I'm looking at my Steam list right now, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have like 6, 7 guys still playing Rocket League. The best part about this for me is it just starts that wave where everybody's playing Rocket League again. It's like the greatest game. I can't say it enough. I would not be doing this if this game wasn't so good. We would not be doing this if this game wasn't so good. And I think that's like the underlying thing. I hope people start playing Rocket League because of it. I want everybody to play. I wish everybody played.
This is the game that's going to unite the planet.
It is, and it's like, think about this. Rocket League is the reason that me, you, Marcus, Pudis, Surly, like Jalabi, all these guys, like we're like buddies, you know? Like
we're virtual buddies because of this fucking game.
Yeah, we talk to each other all the time now. We play other games with each other, and it's all made possible because of this stupid game with cars with rockets on their butts playing soccer. So, thanks, Psyonix. Your game rules.
I will buy DLC from you forever.
Yeah, actually, I'm embarrassed to admit that I have yet to buy any downloadable content from this game. Just because, like, I forget to. I know, isn't that terrible?
You douche.
I know, I feel...
I bought all, but I think the most recent one, and that's just because I kind of didn't get around to it.
No, I promise I'm going to eventually. I just, like, keep forgetting.
You didn't even want the Back to the Future car?
No, I don't give a shit. I have my car. We've been over this. So that's
right,
one thing...
Right, but you can, like, use that for, like, real games, but you never wanted to drive a tiny little DeLorean?
I don't want to change my car ever. I know how my car feels. I love the way my car feels. I'm sick with my car. I will never change my car. I'll never change the paint job. I'll never change the ornaments. I'll never change anything about it. I love my car. And I don't understand, like, people who play this game and they don't feel as strongly about it. It's like your only identity other than, like, your avatar. It means so much to me. Like, my orange car is pink and it has skulls on it on the paint job, and it has skull antenna, and it's Brett the Hitman heart car. Which is especially meaningful now because I found out the Hitman has cancer, and that bums me out. So I'm playing every time I'm orange. I'm playing
brutal.
for Brett.
You're doing it. You're doing it for Brett.
No coincidence.
That's admirable.
No coincidence that all 3 games that Little Pink Superbutts have played, we've been the orange team. And
yeah, I guess we should start being the orange team because it's distracting that I'm blue.
Yeah, when you're orange.
Yeah.
I've taken
confuses.
to calling you Farmer.
Yeah, that's why I went with Farmer ultimately on the like the Steam name.
No,
just because I
honest.
noticed that in the last tournament where you were like completely flustered on like what to refer to me as.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'd make it a little easier for you.
Well, I thought the reason you changed it initially is because you wanted to trick people into thinking that you were an artificial intelligence.
Well, that was nice as well.
Yeah, that was like the added bonus.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, so any closing thoughts on that series? I think it ended probably the way it deserved to end. It was a really hard fought, drawn out 5-game series, and nobody deserved to run away with it. But I think if we look at the overall body of work by the overtime golden showers, they probably deserved to be victorious.
Yeah.
I think cumulatively the 3 of them played a little better than the other 3. As like if you were like average out the performance of all 3 players on each team.
Ultimately, I think they just made a lot less mistakes.
Yeah, they really did.
And mistakes more than big plays are what get you wins.
Definitely. And there were a couple times where I think we found ourselves questioning the strategy of the Snot Rocket team.
Yeah, they seemed a bit hesitant.
I'd like to see a little bit more aggressiveness out of them, even more so. I mean, they started scoring, but they all needed to go in, you know?
Right.
I'm looking for more out of Turbio.
I think they've got the ability. When they do go in, they score goals. But so often, you just see them maybe playing a little bit too defensively, which isn't really something that...
yeah. I don't want to make it sound like we're putting Turbio on blast here. The reason we're talking about Turbio a lot is because I expect so much out of him. Because I know he can ball. We've seen him play forever. He's really good. He was a high pick in the draft because people knew he was like a reliable player both offensively and defensively. So.
Oh, absolutely.
We've still yet to see him really step up.
And Ryan's been playing well. I didn't know much about Ryan going into this. Now I know that he likes to destroy people.
Yeah, he was throwing his body around, which is good because he's a relatively inexperienced player. I don't think he has many hours of the game in at all, but his instincts are there. And yeah, as you said, he found ways to make himself. Yeah, he's played 5 hours total of the game.
And he's contributing a huge amount because the thing is, an NBA player, if he's uncontested, is going to hit an enormous chunk of his 3-point plays.
Without question.
But when he's contested, he's gonna that percentage is gonna drop a lot. Similarly, if you let an experienced enough, a guy like Mystery or Shalabi, if you let them have an open path to the ball, a lot of times they're going to punish you with it.
Definitely.
And sometimes you can knock away the ball, but sometimes the better move is to just knock away the player or even blow him up.
Without question.
Because you can't hit that ball perfectly if someone's just knocked you off your ass and you're flying into the wall. And I like that Ryan has recognized that as such a valuable way to contribute.
For sure. I'm looking at it right now to even more context. As I said, Street Fighter. Oh, I know, it's Street Fighter 4. Never mind. I was looking at it. He's like, this dude's got 14 hours on Street Fighter, which came out like a day ago. 5 hours for Rocket League. But it's actually that's actually like the other Street Fighter. That's not the most recent one. So sorry, I'm Ryan. I should not be reading your Steam profile aloud.
Well, so also
better know a player.
He has so rather than being like an enormous Street Fighter aficionado, he just may have played it for a little while in the past.
Well, I make these wild assumptions about him because I see him in fighting game threads, and I've seen him talk about Evo, which is the fighting game, the big fighting game tournaments. And I remember saying something about Super Smash Brothers, and he made a comment about Street Fighter, so it just leads me to believe that he's a Street Fighter guy.
Then that's a fair assumption. I guess I've never been in the fighter video game threads.
It's one of those things where if you're into it, you take a look, but if not, I don't really play. I played a bunch of Street Fighter when I was younger, and still like to play it, but Melee is definitely my fighting game.
How do you play it? Do you have one, or do you emulate, or what?
Melee?
Yeah.
Well, I have a copy of the GameCube game, and I have a Wii, which is backwards compatible, so I play it on Wii.
Oh.
But I also have the Dolphin emulator, and I have a GameCube controller adapter that I plug into my computer. And with that, I play Melee online through NetPlay, which is pretty unbelievable.
Could I play with just an Xbox controller? Or
yeah, you could. You could play with an Xbox controller. It's definitely not as intuitive as the controller that the game is made for, but it can be done.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, Dolphin emulator, and then if you want, I can just send you the Melee ISO. It's pretty easy. But I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream.
All right.
Very good night. Thank you for joining me for commentary. It was fun. It's the first time we've done like a two-man play-by-play. I think it went pretty well.
I was stepping on your toes for a while, but I think I started to find a better rhythm.
No, actually, I feel the opposite actually, because I established early that you were supposed to be the play-by-play guy, and then I found myself occasionally doing play-by-play stuff over here. So you were doing your job. I feel like I was just talking too much. So please.
No. I think we figured it out.
Yeah. We'll get better at it. We'll have opportunities. But anyway.
Looking forward to the future. Just wanted to mention before we go our sponsors. Tonight, this game has been sponsored by healthcare.gov, reminding you that you procrastinated too long and now you can't get Obamacare for the next year.
Yep, and we're also sponsored by Yokohama Tires. That was the first sponsor of the original Piss Cup, so I forgot I have to bring them back into the fold. I'll be expecting checks from all of our sponsors soon, especially Mountain Dew. We definitely had people. Marcus bumped our sponsors a lot on air, so
he did, and they'll sponsor anything.
They will. They really will, and they love Rocket League, obviously. So, alrighty.
Obviously.
Well, Alex Foreman.
See you guys.
Thank you,
Thanks
buddy.
for listening.
Catch you later. Good night, everyone.